Conclusion inevitable.
It was a jump to conclusions, Matt.
My conclusion was that this idea was not a practical deterrent.
My only conclusion can be that it was a Sith Lord.
In conclusion.
Hello there, folks. Welcome back to In Conclusion, the only movie podcast that is fighting the war on woke, just like Dracula. And guess what? We're not on the side of woke. I'm Dan O'Keefe, uncanceled, and joining me as always is Anna Otto, Truth Speaker 101. How are you doing, Anna?
I'm fighting for my life right now. I don't know what's going on. I was going to say something witty about how I was so excited that Epic Universe opened at the same time as we were watching these, because it's like all the Dracula, all the werewolves. Mm-hmm. Then you come on here being crazy.
Fighting the war on woke, hashtag canceled.
Now you sound like Stone Cold Steve Austin.
That's not Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Who is it then, Dan?
It's random radio shock jock.
Oh, okay. Shock
Stone
jock
Cold Steve Austin is from
phrase.
Texas.
Oh, well, you don't have to have an accent just because you're from Texas. Brittany Broski doesn't usually have an accent. That's true. I say this as I'm looking at a sticker that's just a picture of Hank Hill. So
okay, so really, your conceit is falling apart almost immediately.
Yeah. It's on my external drive, and it says, "Do I look like I know what a JPEG is?"
I just want a picture of a goddamn hot dog.
Anyway, I can't do an accent.
I am living proof that you don't necessarily need an accent of where you're from.
You definitely have a little Chicago accent.
A little bit, but I did make an effort in high school to try and remove any of that, much to my current detriment. In that, me wanting to be unique. Not doing.
Do you want a Wisconsin accent? I can teach you.
Do I want a Wisconsin accent?
Hey, you want to sound like this? It's what all the girls want.
What do you carry things in?
A purse, Dan.
And if you had to widen the genre of what a purse is.
A satchel. A
Wider.
sack.
Nope.
Too wide. A bag, Dan.
A bag?
A bag. That's what I said.
Yeah. What's your favorite breakfast round item that's not a donut?
A bagel.
Gross.
Did you think I was going to say bagel? Like a weirdo?
Yeah.
Do you know one time at college we did a show and I had to say bag because the person was from New York? And that was the most stressful show scene. I had a big solo. I had dances I had to do. None of that was more stressful. Yes. Yes.
Everyone remembers that key word, bag.
That's literally was the most stressful thing. I was like, okay, Anna, time to show everyone you're not just a girl from Wisconsin. And I'd literally be like, and I'd hand out bags. And then I'd walk off stage and be like, fucking slayed it. Devoured that.
I'm just imagining you standing off stage 30 times in a row going, bag, 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 bag.
You think
bag,
it's
bag,
funny,
bag.
but that's what I was doing because I had undiagnosed OCD, Dan.
And you survived.
Barely.
That's all that matters.
Fucking barely.
You were in what some like to call one of the shows that Marquette Theater produced. Working.
I know. And I'm really pissed because now they're doing Bright Star and I love that show.
And the pictures on Facebook look great.
I know. At least I got to learn how to balance a tray like a waitress while doing an entire dance routine.
Well, not speaking of that at all. The movie that we're talking about today is, shockingly, Hotel Transylvania 2.
Oh, I loved it. Sorry, I got excited.
Once again, directed by Genndy Tartakovsky. Once again, written by Robert Smigel and Adam Sandler this time.
Okay, Adam, period.
Starring Adam Sandler, Andy Samberg, Selena Gomez, Kevin James, David Spade, Steve Buscemi, Keegan-Michael Key replacing CeeLo Green, Molly Shannon,
I did
Fran
not realize
Drescher.
that.
Yeah.
I literally went, there's CeeLo when he started
Nope.
talking, and I went, I wonder who Keegan-Michael Key is playing at the beginning. Reading is fundamental. Should have noticed CeeLo was gone.
I'm trying to figure. I don't know exactly when CeeLo Green's views on women were tweeted out, but I think this might have been afterwards.
Excuse me? Well, I can't say I'm shocked. I mean, he has that whole song.
Yeah. Also starring Mel Brooks.
Yes, cute.
Music.
He's not controversial, is he? He's just
No.
a cute little funny old man. Okay,
Yeah.
thank God.
At the time of
I was
recording,
nervous.
He is 98 years old.
Yes. Okay, good.
Funny.
I just had a panic attack, and I was like, wait a second. But
No, Mel
just
Brooks has not
paranoid.
been canceled. You're
thank
safe.
God. Thank God. Okay. Yay! He was cute.
Music.
Also,
Yes.
oh, sorry. I was gonna say, crazy to be watching this film at the height of the Selena, Benny, Justin, Haley drama.
Is it the height of it right now?
Well, we're like slightly on the other side, but for me, it's still the height because I think about
Okay.
it 24/7.
You need new hobbies.
Never.
Music by Devo, Mark Mothersbaugh,
Period. King.
released on September 25th, 2015, a cool decade ago,
Oh, yuck.
with a budget of $80 million. This made $474.8 million at the box office.
Yes.
On Rotten Tomatoes, it has a 57% approval rating,
Should be higher.
5.3 out of 10. Hotel Transylvania 2 is marginally better than the original, which may or may
Okay.
not be enough of a recommendation to watch 89 minutes of corny, colorfully animated gags from Adam Sandler and company.
Can we just have fun? Can people just have unabashed, unashamed fun for once?
At the Academy Awards, Hotel Transylvania 2 was not nominated for anything.
Well, children's movies are often snubbed.
However, this did win a Teen's Choice Award for Choice Music Song from a Movie or TV Show. I'm in Love with a Monster by Fifth Harmony.
Yeah, I mean, Camilla was singing on that track, I will say.
And the other four harmonies, some would argue.
Normani and the rest.
Sure, can't tell you.
I don't remember the rest
You
of
could
them.
give me 8 years. I would not come up with the correct answer. The other nominees, because this is important, Try Everything by Shakira from Zootopia.
Oh, wait a second. Now that's a song.
Just Like Fire by Pink
That's an
Which
okay
is-
song.
from Alice Through the Looking Glass.
Yep, I definitely had that on my liked playlist for a while.
The Demi Lovato version of I Will Survive from the Angry Birds movie.
What the no, pass. And I love
Castle by Halsey from the Huntsman Winter's War. Man, these are all not real movies.
The Huntsman, like Snow White and the Huntsman.
Yeah, the sequel to Snow White and the Huntsman.
Is
The prequel
okay.
and sequel.
Add that to the list. We'll be watching.
Sure. And Can't Stop the Feeling from Trolls by
Oh
Justin
my
Timberlake.
God. There was one summer, it must have been this summer, where I heard that everywhere I went, Dan.
We'll just dance, dance, dance.
Oh my
Also, I just want to, I'm looking through these choice music things from 2015 to give you a read of what the culture was at the time.
God.
Winner for Breakout Artist was Zayn
I
over
don't wanna live.
Alessia Cara, DNCE, B. Miller, don't know who that is, Charlie Puth, and Troye Sivan.
You know, I heard Troye Sivan playing at a Cheesecake Factory once. Like, I was sitting there enjoying my meal, and all of a sudden I heard, I feel the rush. I was like, what the fuck is happening in this
I think you're going to say
joint?
he was performing at the Cheesecake Factory.
If he was performing at the Cheesecake Factory, I would have died. That would have been iconic.
You know that I
Me.
once saw Troye Sivan play a Canadian youth in the 1800s in a film?
Are you
He
talking
played young Wolverine in X-Men Origins Wolverine.
You're kidding.
No, I
Oh
am
my-
not.
I thought he was a YouTuber before the singing.
Yes, but before that, he was young
Logan.
Wolverine.
That's wild. Sorry, I'm also looking over my shoulder a lot because I have the door open because Gage isn't home, and I keep thinking I'm hearing Jester being naughty. So that's wild. Troy, layers, layers. Did you see
I probably
Kylie
didn't.
Jenner and Timothée Chalamet were at the Troye Sivan concert at Coachella last night?
I have not kept up with who is or isn't at Coachella, other than knowing that Bernie Sanders was there
He opened
and
for
Lady
Green Day.
Gaga's performance was good.
Oh, it's Gaga-chella this year.
Oh my
Don't tell me
God.
otherwise.
Oh my God.
Gaga-chella. Okay. I think I'm done geeking out for a minute.
I do want to see what the movies that were nominated for Best Animated Film this year
Yeah.
were.
Wait, this year?
No, not this year. The year that Hotel Transylvania 2.
Oh,
Armed
I
and
would love to
Fabulous
know
came
what
out.
else was nominated. I'm trying to think. Well, obviously Zootopia.
Yes. So this was the year
Mm-hmm.
that Spotlight won Best Picture. Spotlight,
Okay,
my favorite
depressing
animated movie.
piece. Yes. Depressing piece.
Best animated film was Inside Out.
Oh, rightfully so, girl.
Zootopia, in fact, was not nominated. No, sorry, wait, I had the year wrong. Never mind.
Oh.
Next year. Zootopia
Oh.
won.
Oh
So-
my god.
The other nominees were Moana,
Okay.
My Life as a Zucchini.
What the fuck? Is that an international film?
It is
It's giving Italian.
French film.
Mm-hmm. They also like zucchinis.
The Red Turtle, which is
Okay.
Dutch,
Mm.
and Kubo and the Two Strings.
Why do I know that one?
It's a Leica production. They made
that-
Coraline.
That's what I thought. Okay, yeah, I didn't see that one though.
It also includes the voice talents of somebody that we were talking about before we started recording, America's sweetheart, Rafe Fiennes.
He's not American, Dan.
America's
He's
buff
Wales's
dad,
sweetheart.
Rafe Fiennes.
He's America's not stepdad, but the dad who stepped up. You know.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anna, when did you watch Hotel Transylvania 2, Armed and Fabulous, for the first time?
Monday. Wait,
Hell
today's
yeah.
Monday.
Today's
Friday. No, it was last Monday. It was last Monday. We
Okay.
made it. How about you?
Did it live up to your hopes and dreams?
The beginning was a little weird for me.
Okay.
I can't explain why. Just the thought of Mavis and Johnny
Say it.
doing it. It made me really
Yeah.
uncomfortable.
Why was it not shown on screen? That's what I don't
Ew,
understand.
Dan! Ew. I don't know. They just seem like little young kids. So I, being the mature adult that I am, was like, oh, they kissed.
They seem like little young kids. Well, they did more than kiss.
I know.
They seem like Barbie dolls. Like they don't have anything down there.
Well, I mean,
What do you mean?
maybe
they have
she
a kid?
laid an egg. I don't know.
That's true.
I also
They didn't go into
would
the
like to
intricacies
say-
of her labor. Unfortunately, I'd be much more interested in that.
No, thank you. I've heard too many horror stories. I would like to say though, let's just point out Dracula dressed as a woman at one point.
That's true.
Yeah.
You know who else dressed as a woman to
Mhm.
sneak into the delivery room or to sneak into a
It's
hospital
Dracula.
room?
Oh, yeah.
The Joker.
Oh god,
In
yeah.
The
I was
Dark
just
Knight.
gonna say, Gage and I were discussing like how not to be political, but like it's okay if it's comedy, but if it's real life, God for fucking bid. You know?
To get political for a second.
Oh, okay. It
nothing
just
is-
got me in my feels about politics and
Just
everything.
I cannot get over how stupid a lot of things in the world are. Especially,
Mhm.
nothing is currently stopping me right now from going into a woman's restroom. What the fuck are these laws?
Yeah. And I love a drag queen, so I'm just
And also-
saying, I want more of them in my films, to be honest. They
Am
are
I
my
gonna
favorite.
walk in and just listen to people shit? What do you think
I
happens
don't
in the
even like
bathroom?
being in the women's restroom, and I'm a woman. I
Thank
hate
you.
it in there. People are being gross so loud. People don't even wash their hands.
Ugh.
God. Oh, God. There's nothing worse. You want to know something?
Yes.
Why I'm glad I'm not at Coachella? The
Oh my
restrooms.
god. Oh my god, yes. Terrifying. Anyway, rant over.
Yeah, sorry. That was something I thought about while I was watching this. I was like, oh, okay. So this has never come up, but if we're going to talk about it, maybe it should.
Yeah.
But that was just me being a salty bitch because I actually love a drag queen and I fully believe they're harmless. So
Absolutely.
thank
You
you.
are preaching to the choir.
I know. I just wanted to put it out there because I felt like when I started it off, it sounded like I was going to be a bigot. I was like, maybe I should have changed my tone. Hi. I love you, drag queens. Thank you.
First time that I watched this was Thursday. And up until we started recording, I could not remember what happened in it.
I knew they had a kid, but I was like, is that this movie or is that the next movie? And is this going to just be like Shrek, a year in their life of marriage?
Yeah. It should have been. Even though the kid is the only saving grace of this. I still have the same issue with this movie as I had with the last one, in that I hate looking at it. Anna is just massaging her forehead.
No, I was actually piercing my eye ducts with my nails because I was just so Dan, it looks fine.
It looks, it is animated well. The
Okay.
look that they are going for, they achieve. I just hate it. It's like a flaccid, half-filled soccer ball.
I didn't like that description.
The flaccidity of it all,
Okay.
I could not condone. There are
I don't know
no
what to tell you.
corners in this movie.
I thought it looked beautiful.
There is a single 90-degree angle.
When?
Exactly. There isn't.
I thought it was fine. I do like when they're bats. That's a highlight for me. It's very cute.
The kid is cute.
He is cute.
But his bat has a red afro.
Yeah, it's his hair.
Yeah.
He's a ginger like his dad. This movie made me sad, and I know this is the point of like, accept who you are, embrace who you are.
Mhm.
It's okay to be different, but like it made me sad when Mavis was like, we have to move away because what if he's different? He should be normal. I hated that. That made me sad.
Maybe he should be normal.
I was crying in the club. No. I also was screaming over the fact that they're like, trauma will surely make him a vampire.
Obviously,
Sir?
that's how it always works.
Well, I've been traumatized and I'm not a vampire yet, so
Well, you're a late fanger, as
You're right.
the adults say.
you're so right.
So let's get into it.
Period.
Mavis and Johnny, Selena Gomez and Andy Samberg, they get married.
Yep.
And that's Hotel Transylvania 2. Thanks for listening.
Dan, that's the first 2 seconds.
Yeah, so they get married. Rah, rah, woo, woo. Okay.
I do have something to say
Yeah, oh,
to
okay.
Steve Buscemi's character, the Wolfman,
Yes.
in regards to his wife. Get off of her. She's so tired. They have so many children. She's always pregnant. Leave her alone.
Well, they have a litter.
Oh my God.
So they fuck
100
once and they have
puppies.
4,000 kids.
Oh, God, no. No
Um,
way.
So 1 month later, Dracula and Mavis, they go flying together. How cute. How adorable. Mavis can't fly very far because they do this reveal of her bat is pregnant. And
That
she
shit
shows
had
up
me
like
laughing.
a pregnant bat stomach. And I'm like, what the
That
fuck
shit
is
had me
happening?
laughing. I was like, she
What
just
is
looks like
this?
a bat. Like,
Yeah.
it's not giving pregnant. It's giving bat.
Bat. Maybe it ate a rat and just the entirety of the rat is in its stomach
Oh,
right now.
I would have said a strawberry. I like to think it's a flying fox.
Oh, well, it's not.
Don't say it like that.
Um,
Ugh.
Dracula, oh my god, he's in love. He's overjoyed. He's going to be a grandfather, a grandpapa, as some
I
say.
love the phrase grandpapa. Hell yes.
Um,
What did they
Ma-
call him? Oh shoot, I can't remember what they were calling him. Grand Vamp or something? Vampa.
Vampa.
Grand Vamp.
Grand Vamp.
Oh my god. I
That's
love
what it's called when I
Vampa.
stall for time.
Yes.
Just a grand old
Give me a
vamp.
Grand Vamp.
I drive a Pontiac Grand Vamp, please. Thank you.
Mhm.
So, as we mentioned, Dracula, dressed as a woman, sneaks into the operating room, delivery room. Well, it's an operation.
It's a hospital, but it's
Yeah.
inside of the hotel, which is also weird. So why do you have to dress up as something to sneak in? That's my question. It's his own place. I mean, I guess she didn't
Similar-
want him in there, but still.
Similar to stories that I have been told about my great-grandfather, maybe he just liked to cross-dress.
Good for him! More power
Yeah.
to him!
Right?
Who's he hurting? Nobody.
Exactly. Let the man live.
Let the man live.
So, Dracula, aside of Mavis, is the first person to touch the newborn child.
Why'd you say it like, ew, Dan?
Because he grabs the baby before the father, the most important person in his life. No, it's Dracula. Dracula's the most important person in his life.
It'd be like that sometimes, I guess.
And he's like, nobody will ever harm this boy.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
That's pretty standard belief, I would say,
And
for
then,
when your grandchild is born.
tick tock, time passes.
Mm-hmm.
A year goes by.
Mm-hmm.
To quote Keith Urban, days go by.
Oh, I loved that song back in the
I
day.
can feel them flying like my
Like a
hand
hand
out the window in the
Wind,
wind.
Ooh, Dan, hell yeah.
It's 1 year later.
Yes.
Dennis, very adorable now.
Dennis, crazy name. I know that's like a normal
Yes.
name, but it's just such a funny name. Dennis is one of those names to me, like Mark. I know lots of Marks. They're lovely people. Were they
Mark
born
is-
grown men?
Mark is a much younger name than Dennis, though.
I don't know. What's
I always
another old
associate
person
Dennis
name?
with my uncle, who would be 60 something at this point. So like
60
he's
something's
always
not that old.
but he's always 30 plus years older than me.
Okay, fair. I'm trying to think what an old name is that I know.
Rupert.
I did see somebody I know is calling their daughter, who they named Charlotte, Lottie instead of Charlie. And I was like,
Why not
Lottie?
Charlotte? Why not just call her
Why
her
the
name?
fuck would you suggest that, Dan?
not
Crazy
just-
suggestion.
Just name her Lottie if you want to call her Lottie.
I don't know, Dan. Listen, Gage and I don't want kids, but we discussed what we would name our children.
Uh-huh. Tell me.
So, well, I don't want to spill the
Tell me.
beans. Okay, we did decide on Ophelia. Is that too elderly of a name for you?
Yes, and also too much of a what's that band? There's a song called Ophelia.
Are you thinking of Cecilia?
No.
Oh, wait, no. Oh, Ophelia.
Yeah,
That's Mumford and
that-
Sons.
Yeah, Mumford and Sons.
Yes.
Is that Mumford and Sons? You've been on my mind since the flood.
Yeah, I swear. Is it Mumford and Sons? Or is it?
It's the Lumineers.
Oh, they're the same thing.
Well, they're not. One of them
To
is
me,
good.
it's the same. Ooh, drag 'em.
Hot takes. So is that the only name, boy or girl? Ophelia?
We had some disagreements on boy names, and I don't
Okay.
want to tell you because you're going to make fun of me.
Give me one.
I love the name Hunter. I've loved it since I was little. But to me, it sounds a little bit like I'd have to be like, Hunter, go grab my Bud Light from the fridge.
I gotta go grab my 4x4 and go run over a deer.
I will only wear camouflage if I give
What?
birth to a hunter. But you know what?
What?
It's a cute name. Okay.
It's a name.
Everyone, beep, 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 beep. That's what I have to say about it. That was me saying some expletives that I don't want to repeat right now.
I don't.
Even though I've said fuck like 20 times.
Yeah, I don't like names that are jobs.
Well, I'm sorry. Why don't you go apologize to my son, lawyer, right now? My son, butcher at the pick and save.
Hey, let me go talk to my daughter, unemployed gravedigger.
Ooh.
You wouldn't think that a
Beautiful
gravedigger would ever become unemployed, but it
Maybe
happens.
she's bad at her job.
Layoffs at the cemetery.
Mm-hmm.
So first birthday party, Johnny's parents get invited. Mike and Linda, played by real life husband and wife, Nick Offerman and Megan
Real
Mullally.
wife, husband, and life.
You heard me, because the wife is life.
I love when they do things together. That's how I
Right.
want Gage and I to be, since we're famous and everything.
Yes.
I want us to be always performing together like that. I think that's so cute.
You're famous in the adults as a part of the Milwaukee Children's Theater world.
That's so niche, it hurt my body. That was very niche, Dan.
So Dracula's convinced Dennis is going to be a vampire because of course he is.
Duh.
But Linda's like, he doesn't have any fangs. It isn't until his 5th birthday to grow fangs. What a deadline.
Yeah, I feel like it should be like puberty, right? Like that makes more sense to me. Because that's, like I'd say, okay, he has until he's 21 to grow his fangs.
What,
But I guess for the sake of the movie.
Question about puberty for you.
Yeah, please.
21?
I didn't finish till I was 28, so I was ugly until then. So let's unpack that.
Wait, that's how it works too? Puberty?
I don't know. I just
Puberty makes you
assumed that
beautiful.
it was until I stopped being an uggo and actually had boys that wanted to talk to me, which was like 25. So maybe that's also code for I learned how to do my makeup. So anything's possible.
It's just a mystery.
I don't know. Crack
Who
open a
knows?
textbook,
So it gets closer and closer to Dennis Denisovich, as Dracula calls him.
I think it's a little cute because sometimes I call Jester Count Stinkula.
Yeah,
Okay.
again, just not in. Not it.
My dog? You can't call her Count Stinkula?
I can't.
She's not even down here
Yeah.
to be annoyed with me.
Maybe it's because she heard you called her Count Stinkula.
I call her a lot of things that she probably doesn't like.
I call my cat a crypto fascist.
Oh my god, that's very intense. I
doesn't
call
know.
Jester a little monster, like a Gaga fan. To each their own, I guess.
So, Dracula tries to teach Dennis how to turn into a bat. All that Dennis can do is flap his arms and run around the room. It's adorable. Again,
It is really cute.
Dennis is the saving grace of this movie. Without him, it'd be really weird because they would just be an empty spot where all his lines and actions and reactions would be.
Dan.
But, whatever. I'm sorry. I'm going through this recap. It's so in
You are
depth.
not having a good time. Oh, it's too in depth.
Too in depth.
You got it. I support
Whatever.
you, Dan.
So Mavis wants to move to Santa Cruz. Don't we all?
Have you been there? Is it nice?
I have not been to Santa Cruz.
Okay.
I'm sure
'Cause
it's
that's in
perfect-
California, right? Yeah.
It's a perfectly fine, perfectly boring suburban California.
They made it out to be just a boring old suburb.
Yeah. They didn't mention the fact that it's right on the ocean.
Oh, okay. So it's going to be expensive to live there, girl.
Let's look up housing prices in Santa Cruz right now.
For a family of 3.
Houses for sale, Santa Cruz.
Mhm.
Let's
Just
see.
give me like a standard 2-bedroom, 1 bath.
Okay. So
That's a starter home.
2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, 2-bath,
Okay.
1,300 square feet
Mhm.
in Santa Cruz.
Mhm.
$979,000.
Shut the fuck up.
2-bedroom, 2-bath, 862 square foot house. 1.25 million.
800 square feet?
Yes.
That's smaller than my condo. Are you
It looks like a
fucking-
shack.
Send me the link immediately. I need to see this. Please
It's
send the
important.
link. Anyway, I'll look at it while we're discussing, but I'm shook and flabbergasted. There
That's
is
California
no...
housing prices, baby.
Oh,
I look at Milwaukee housing prices and get really sad.
yeah. I mean, my condo was a fraction of that, okay? That listing just called me poor and spat on me and kicked me. Like, me see this. No basement, I'm guessing.
No, of course not.
I'm
It's
really
California.
scared. It's a shack. This is
Yeah.
a guest house. There's no fucking way.
It is right on the ocean.
Okay, it's not a shack. That was me being dramatic. But
It's smaller than my apartment.
Yeah. I don't think I could live here comfortably with my dog and my husband.
You have to pick which one.
And it's almost 100 years old. Girl, goodbye. Take a walk.
But the last time that it was sold was who knows when, so it's only being taxed at $300,000.
Oh, a
Thanks,
seal.
Prop 13 in California. Oh no, when
It's-
when somebody sells it, it gets re-evaluated, so they will be paying property tax on a $1.25 million evaluation.
You know what this would fetch in Milwaukee?
Like 150, depending on the
200.
area. Depending on the area.
Yeah, true. If this, oh, the little beach shower is kind of cute. If
East
this was
Side
like
or
in,
Bayview,
yeah,
200,
Even-
250.
even Brookfield, I would say.
That's if you consider Brookfield Milwaukee.
No, I don't, but I consider it the Richmond's community. Dang, that's crazy.
So anyway, Johnny and Mavis head to California for a boring B plot of them going around suburbia and Mavis getting excited about suburbia. And then Dracula
Not at
and
these prices, girl. That's for dang sure.
Dracula and his friends help train Dennis to become a monster. And this is where Dracula fights the war on woke. They take him to the camp that he went to as a kid.
Yes.
Do you remember the name of the camp?
Camp Wanna something.
Winnipecaca.
Yep.
Yep.
It
It's a poop joke.
is.
But it's being run by a bunch of woke cucks.
One of them's Dana Carvey, isn't it?
He's
Is that-
the camp counselor.
Yeah! I love Dana Carvey.
Did you just wave to him?
No, I was cheering, but I only
Oh.
used one hand because I'm sitting on my other hand because I'm kind of cold right now.
So they go to the camp, but it's too pussied out. It's too cooked.
I-
It won't even let Dracula throw his grandson off a 100-foot tower.
That seems like that's for the best.
I couldn't gauge the
Mhm.
movie's view on this. Is it saying that the camp being safer for kids is a bad thing?
I think it was trying to show the extremes of both.
Okay.
Because the bad things were really bad, but the things to protect the kids were also like pretty goofy and over the
Mhm.
top. So I think it was more of like these are the two extremes, both of them are not great. Does that make sense?
I would argue one is less great than the other.
I'd say jumping off of a rickety 100-foot tower made of toothpicks is probably worse than jumping out
Mhm.
of a little thing and landing on a pad.
Controversial statements from Anna
Hot
Otto.
take. Woke Anna.
So he does not transform into a bat after Dennis is falling for what seems like 18 years. So Dracula has to
Yeah.
fly down and rescue him. But then the tower collapses, sets Frank
Yeah.
on fire. The whole camp sets on fire. It's a big thing.
They were just looking for a way to get that Frankenstein on fire joke in there.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
So then in California, it's boring. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I mean, you live it.
I don't live Santa Cruz.
I was
I
gonna say,
live
that
in
felt like
beautiful
a
sunny
roast.
Los
It was-
Angeles. That did feel
Los
like a roast.
Angeles. It was not a roast. I just mean like you live in California. You know what it's like there.
Big talk from someone who lives in Brookfield.
I do not live in Brookfield because you're right.
Someone who lives in, what's it called? You live right by the zoo.
I do live right by the zoo. Don't tell people though.
You live at the corner of.
I live in the zoo. I'm actually a hippo. I love hippos, dude. Wouldn't that be cool?
of
People
all
just
zoo
feeding me
animals?
full like
Heads of lettuce.
watermelons.
Yeah.
They
Oh
don't
yeah,
give them heads of
watermelons.
lettuce, but yeah, watermelons and pumpkins and things they can crush with their big mouths. I can spray my poop at people that piss me off. Ideal.
You could do that now.
Fat and nobody's gonna judge me. You know, fat and happy. I can have my perfect ideal body image and people won't body shame me.
You just want to be Mudang, don't you?
Oh my god, can you believe? God, I just love all hippos. It really began with Fiona, and I've
Okay.
not known peace since, okay?
Who is Fiona?
She was a baby hippo born at the Cincinnati Zoo several years ago.
Okay.
She has a brother. I can't remember his name. Let's call him Farquaad. He's also very cute. I also like the hippo at our zoo. His name is Happy.
Okay.
He had a partner that just passed away, but Happy's still here.
Happy probably
Vibing.
isn't happy about that.
No, Happy's probably sad, but I love
Are they
Happy.
going to change his name?
To sad?
This is our hippo. Sad.
No, but anyway, I love hippos. Okay, they're very cute. They're not like my favorite animal, but they're very cute.
If you could have a pet hippo, would you?
Absolutely. I've said multiple times on the record that if I am to be crushed by a hippo, since they're one of the most dangerous land and sea animals, so be it. Animals. I was going to say mammal, but it was just animal. They're fastest for their body type. Like, for their size, they are the fastest, and they're one of the most dangerous animals. If I ever go to Africa, or like, because I know in Africa in some cities, there'll just be hippos walking down the street, and you just have to be careful.
Mhm.
That's my dream. That's my ideal. I don't want to go to Australia where they have alligators and snakes. I want to go see a hippo.
I
Thank you.
believe in your dreams.
Thank you.
Back to Hotel Transylvania 2.
No hippos.
No hippos. Mavis feels like a stranger. She tells Johnny that if they stay together, Dennis will have a normal life at the hotel. And Johnny's like, woohoo! Fuck my parents.
They're squares and they're judgmental.
Yeah.
When they invite people over, that was uncomfortable to watch. When they're like, yeah, we invited people over who are just like you from mixed marriages. I was like, this is icky to me.
That
It's
was a
giving
joke written by
racism.
two real white guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Johnny then sees a video of Dennis falling and then gets remixed in very 2015 fashion.
Absolutely.
And then they're like, you know what? No, we're moving out. After this birthday party, interesting choice, we're gone. And then we get introduced to the second interesting part of the movie, right going into Act 3. Always good to leave your second most interesting character for the end of the movie. Vlad.
I love Vlad.
Vlad, played
Even though he's
by Mel
psychotic, I love
Brooks.
him. I love him.
So he arrives with his monstrous bat-like servant Bella, named
Scary.
after.
Bella Lugosi.
Yes, he
Nailed
is
it.
scary, and he keeps trying to scare Dennis into having his fangs pop out. He possesses Keiki, that is his favorite TV character. But Dracula shields his grandson,
Period.
and Mavis thinks that Dracula was responsible for Keiki.
He wasn't not. I mean,
He
let
was.
it happen. He was like,
Overall.
hang on. He was like, maybe it'll happen. Girl.
And they argue about whether Dennis can be happy in California. Dennis runs into the forest with Winnie, the
I love Winnie.
wolf that he has a crush on.
No, she has a crush on him. They
They have a crush on each other. She licks his face.
It's so cute.
So Johnny and his family, the exact wording on the synopsis is Johnny and his family expose themselves, which would have been much
Nope.
more interesting. But no, they just reveal that they
No.
are humans to Vlad and not monsters.
Ew.
Vlad yells at Dracula for accepting humans. And then he yells at Vlad for not accepting Dennis's family. Conflict that would have been much more interesting if that was the entire plot of the movie. So Bella attacks the children Takes them to a treehouse.
Bella is bloodthirsty and scary, okay?
Bella wants to commit murder.
Bella is out for blood, girl.
Bella injures Winnie, tries to destroy the
That part
hotel.
had me sad, okay?
Dennis's anger makes him grow fangs, turn into a vampire. Immediately knows how to do everything, too.
Love that. No training wheels, just going in.
Kicks Bella's ass.
Period.
Then there's like a 5-minute fight sequence that I don't give a shit about.
That sequence did feel kind of long to me.
They're all fighting bat minions. Bella is shrunk by Vlad after trying to kill Johnny.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of the other wolves eat him.
Yeah. Good for them.
And then everybody lives peacefully. Dennis embraces his vampire abilities. They all live in Transylvania. They keep having their party. And Hotel Transylvania 2 mercifully ends. Mercifully ends after somehow only being 89 minutes long.
I watched it while I was doing laundry and I had a great time, okay? Don't be a hater.
I watched it while I was working and it made my work longer.
Okay, well.
The issue, storyline-wise, is the first 2 acts are super fucking boring.
I didn't think that.
The third act, once Vlad comes in, is much more interesting. And it would have worked better if the third act was the majority of the movie.
Okay.
The stuff in Santa Cruz is boring.
Yeah, I mean, it made me sad mostly. I think that's the point, though. Like, Santa Cruz is boring.
Yeah.
Full offense to you, Californians. No, I'm kidding.
I live hundreds of miles away from there.
Oh, I don't know. I guess
I do not accept
to
Santa
me,
Cruz.
I know that California is big, but I'm like, I've become one of those people that's like, Dan, surely you've been there. And it's like West Covina, which I only know from a show.
I have been to West Covina.
Oh, West Covina.
West Covina is not that far from me.
Oh,
that's
California.
in the LA area. Is that from
only
Crazy
3 hours from the beach? Yes.
Yeah.
Period.
Santa Cruz, if I were to leave right now at 6 o'clock on a Monday afternoon from my apartment, it would be just be a cool 338-mile drive.
Yuck.
5 hours and 40 minutes.
300 miles. Oh my God.
Santa Cruz is south of San Francisco.
Multiple drives to and from Gage's parents' house.
From Milwaukee to Santa Cruz, it is a little longer.
Oh God, how long?
It's only 33 hours.
Yuck. I hate driving in the car. I don't know if you knew this about me, but I get car sick. Like, not throwing up, but I just feel really woozy. That drive would not be for me. It's not for
Where
me.
I live in Los Angeles to Santa Cruz is functionally the same distance as Milwaukee to St. Louis.
Oh, wait, I've made that drive. It took 8 hours.
Just to give you, it should not have taken you 8 hours.
Well, we stopped because we stopped multiple times, like for food, and we stopped in Chicago. It was like fun. It wasn't just, let me grind out this drive.
You're not a real driver.
No, I'm slow.
It's all about the grind.
Oh, God. I bet you're the type of person that if I said I have to go to the bathroom, you'd say that's too dang bad.
It should have gone when we stopped 4 hours ago. Sorry that you don't know how to time yourself.
You probably have one of those like bottles that you can pee into.
No, I don't need one.
Ew, Dan, that's so bad for you.
Yeah. What did you think? Also, I just know Rob Riggle is the voice of Bella.
He is. He was also in the first one. He was a skeleton. Gage told me. Yes. Because I was like, why does this man sound familiar? Also, why is he yelling?
Give me your thoughts on the end of Hotel Transylvania 2.
I liked it. I thought it was cute.
Okay.
You're not going to hear negative words from me on this franchise because I have so far thoroughly enjoyed all of it.
I'm happy that you have.
Like, I was laughing. I was hee hee hee. That was me folding a shirt and watching Hotel Transylvania. I liked it. I mean, I thought it was a little cheesy. Like I said, the beginning was kind of ugh to me because it was just like giving me the ick because I don't like stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
Maybe it's just because I'm an immature person. It just makes me uncomfortable to think about cartoon characters having a baby sometimes.
Do you imagine them having sex?
No, but like I can't
Would you
explain
like to?
why. No, that would be so much worse.
Immediate piece of trivia for you.
Oh,
CeeLo
okay.
Green did not reprise the role of Murray the Mummy for the sequel after he was charged with giving a woman ecstasy in 2012.
That's not trivia. That's assault. That's horrible.
That is information taken from an article entitled CeeLo Green apologizes for rape tweets, says he wants to call new album Girl Power.
I laugh because I'm uncomfortable.
It was assault. Secretly slipping ecstasy into the drink of his dinner date at a sushi restaurant in July 2012.
Girl,
Yes.
that's roofies. What a creep.
He said that he
Absolutely
was
not.
highly irresponsible.
That's an understatement.
Yes.
Ew. Anyway. No more time is going to be You know what? Keegan-Michael Key's funnier anyway, so it's fine.
Yes, 100%. I was going to read his tweets, but they're disgusting and I don't want to.
Please don't. I
No.
would like to enjoy some chocolate-covered strawberries after this, and I don't want to lose my appetite, so...
Other trivia. Mel Brooks, Genndy Tartakovsky, huge fan of him. Daunting to direct him.
I feel like he'd be so nice, though. Like, I feel like he'd be like, what do you want me to do?
Right?
Okay, I'm 98 years old and a Hollywood sweetheart. Like,
He was only 88 before.
Okay. Slay.
The scene where Dracula finds out that Mavis is pregnant, where they're bats and flying and having eaten a strawberry, was originally planned to be a flashback with Drac and Martha, his wife, in the first movie.
Oh.
And then in early scripts, when Vlad finds out that they both humans and monsters reside in the hotel, he makes Bella and cronies destroy the place. Another piece of trivia is that Dracula and Frank were going to tell Vlad that Dennis is half human instead of Mavis inviting him to the party. And
that's fake friend behavior.
The way that Vlad got Dracula to have his fangs revealed was that he tore apart his beloved pet raccoon Lulu.
I'm stunned.
Yeah.
That's horrible. Yeah, what the... I would move out.
And Dennis was going to have bigger hair, but it was hard to animate him with
That's
big
fair.
hair.
That's very fair. Hair is like the hardest thing I've heard.
Hair is the hardest thing.
Mm-hmm.
There is a scene in... Nope. That's trivia for the first movie.
Okay.
I have no other trivia. Anna, would this movie be better, worse, or the same with Jonathan Taylor Thomas as, I don't know, anyone?
As Johnny, I'm saying?
Jonathan Taylor Thomas?
I would say worse because I love how Andy Samberg. Sorry,
Andy
I had
Samberg.
a total, my brain just stopped working. I don't know if you saw. I love how Andy Samberg portrays Johnny. He's very good at playing kind of an
Dumb.
idiot.
Yeah.
Yes. So I think for my dear sweet Jonathan, it would be worse this time.
I agree.
What if oh my god, what is wrong with my brain today? You're a person you love whose name I am having a brain
Jimmy
fart on.
Stewart?
Thank you. As
Vlad?
Yes. How'd you know that's what I was gonna say?
Because the old one? I think it would be the same.
Okay.
I think
you think
it
it'd
would just be funny old man voice.
I love funny old man voice. It's funny.
Talking toilet paper. Oh, that's a new
Whoa!
one. Whoa, Mary. Oh, your money's in my monster, and my money's in your monster.
Oh, scream.
Brandon.
I love
I'm
it.
gonna be a dad. Grandpa.
I think he'd be great.
I think he would too. On a scale of 1 to 5, woke babies.
What?
What do you give this?
I give it a 3.5.
Okay.
It was mid because I didn't like as much
That's
as the last
lower
one.
than the first one.
Yeah, I like the first one better,
Okay.
but I did like it.
Okay.
So that's why I'm giving it a good score still. That's still more than half.
True. I am giving it the same score I gave the first one. I think I gave it a 2.5, maybe a 2.
You middle of the road at it. Okay.
I don't know. The kid's fun.
He's not the star for me, okay? It's
He's
the
the star
friends
for
we
me.
made along the way.
100% him.
Okay, well.
Without him, well, this movie is terrible.
No.
He's cute.
He is cute, but he's not the only cute thing. Also, how can you do my girl Selena like that?
I forgot that you hate children.
I
As
don't
a
hate
children's theater
children.
director.
I
you
don't hate children. I just think that their cuteness is dumb. They're not as cute as dogs.
Okay.
Okay.
Depends on the kid. Depends on the dog. There are
I
some
will
real
say
ugly
this.
dogs.
I love my nephew so much.
Uh-huh.
Is he as cute as a dog? Only
Okay,
sometimes.
you don't even have a
One time he
specific dog,
threw
just
me out of
a
a room.
dog?
He said boys only. That wasn't very cute of him. Okay.
Okay.
He said Auntie Anna leave, Uncle Gage and me only. I said
That sounds adorable.
I was upset. He was mad at me because I wouldn't let him jump off of a bed onto the hard floor. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
He's 2. I said you cannot jump off of this. And he was like, hey.
Spoil sport.
Yeah. So I picked him up and I put him on the ground, and then he said, boys only. And he threw me into the hall. He cast me out. And then I came back later and said, Uncle Gage needs to eat so that we can go home. And he said, no, Uncle Gage isn't eating. And I said, he's not. Does he know that?
Again, this all sounds fantastic.
Oh my God. He's very cute, and I'm very excited to see him for Easter. this
Did you hear
weekend.
that? He's very cute.
Yeah, but I love dogs. Dogs have never said boys only, okay?
They would.
Dogs have never cast me into the hall after I told them they can't jump off of stuff.
They would.
Mm,
Dogs don't
My dog
feel
was mad at
anger at you. They just get sad.
I know, but I don't know. My dog was mad at me the other day because she took a bite out of a friend's sandwich while they were at our house, and I cast her into her bedroom, and she ran out. She was very upset. Upset, if you will.
Nope.
Okay,
I won't.
well.
I won't.
And
do
you
that.
think humans are cuter?
Yes.
Just wait till you have a niece, right?
Yes.
Till she says girls only and casts you out.
As
And
if I
Anna
have not
gets
been
Anna.
cast out from girls only spaces before.
I'm just saying. I have never been cast out from a boys only space before. This was my first slight.
Oh, I'm sorry. Pick me.
I am pick me, okay? I want my nephew to pick me. I will be a pick me for my nephew, I fear. Arthur likes Spider-Man. I like Spider-Man. Okay, I'll tell you what. He's into dinosaurs. Oh, so am I.
Okay. That's it. We're done.
All right.
That's it for this week's episode of In Conclusion. If you want to find us on social media, we are on Facebook at In Conclusion, on Instagram at In Conclusion Podcast, at Patreon at patreon.com/In Conclusion. I am on the internet at Not Dan O'Keefe. Anna, where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram at AutomusPrime818. That's where I live.
And where can they find your house?
Wisconsin.
And where can they find your nephew?
No comment. He's underage. He's 2. So I'm not giving that away. Adore him, but still salty that he said boys only.
I feel like at that point, you don't want to adore him. You want to door him and hit him with the door.
No! He wanted to hit me with the door, Dan. He's worse.
We will be back next week with Hotel Transylvania 3. Transylvanians in Time. In the meantime, everybody stay safe and have fun. Bye-bye.
Bye. Girls only, Dan. That's what I'm saying now. The line is always going to be incest, okay? That's going to be too far for me. That's going to be too far.
A Creative Land podcast.